Welcome to the Blueprint Solutions video tutorial series. In this tutorial, we will show you how the Noaa and Blueprint integration works. When the Blueprint technicians perform the Noaa and Blueprint integration, they will install a BP link that will only run on the Noaa server computer. You can verify the transfer of information between the two systems by viewing this link. This link must be open and in the connected status in order for this to work. Within Blueprint, you can create a new patient and export them to Noaa. This is a patient that I have just created. When you're done filling in the demographic information, click Create Patient at the bottom of the screen. This will prompt you for the referral type and source. Fill in the referral type and the referral source and click Continue. At this point, you will be prompted to export this patient to Noaa. Click Yes. Then you will receive confirmation that the patient was exported. Click OK. You can now locate this patient in Noaa to perform your tests. If you look in the BP link, you will see the name of the patient you just created. Highlight the patient name and perform your audiogram. When done, save your results. The results can take up to 15 seconds to move from Noaa into Blueprint. By viewing the BP link, you can see the transfer of information. Within Blueprint, if you go to your patient's audiology tab, click Refresh at the bottom of the screen, your audiogram will now appear. The date of the assessment will appear in the History tab, and the triangle indicates an incomplete data set. To complete the data set, highlight the date and click Edit at the bottom of the screen. You can select the provider, the test method. You can then input the hearing severity, type, and shape. If it's the same for the left side, you can use the Copy Like button. Use the Add ICD Code drop-down menu to choose any codes you would like to populate on the HCFA 1500 form. Hold Control on your keyboard to select multiple codes. Click OK when done. You will also notice that there are 6 tabs with information that pulled from Noaa. There's air conduction, bone conduction, most comfortable level, uncomfortable level, sound field, and sound field aided. Click Save when done. The history will be updated and a blue checkmark will appear next to the date in the History tab. You can specify what the patient is being seen for by using the Patient Type box at the bottom of the screen. This list is customizable and will allow you to track your more medically relevant types of clients. Hold Control on your keyboard to select more than one patient type. Click OK when done. The patient profile will be updated. If you click on the Speech tab at the top of the audiogram, you will see that the speech scores from Noaa have transferred. The impedance tab will show any TIMP data taken if you are using a Noaa-compatible tympanometer. Another feature is you can export a patient to Noaa at a later time. Go to the patient browser and highlight a patient's name. Click on the Noaa drop-down menu at the top of the screen and select Export Patient to Noaa. Click OK on the confirmation. By viewing the BP link, you can see that the patient has made it into the Noaa system. You can then open Noaa and perform your tests. You can also transfer old audiograms into Blueprint. You can find the patient in Noaa. You can then highlight the audiogram, right-click, and choose Web Export. Or you can click on the blue arrow next to the audiogram. They serve the same function. You can now confirm that the patient's name and date of birth are listed. Click OK. The audiogram will now be sent over into Blueprint, and you can complete the data set. Be aware that adding a patient manually into Noaa does not always sync the two programs together. The spelling of the first and last name along with the date of birth must match, or the transfer of data will not work. It's always best to export the patient from Blueprint into Noaa and then conduct your testing. You can populate many assessment reports by right-clicking on the date in the history or by clicking on the Reports button at the bottom of the screen. Let's take a look at the Physician Report Hearing Assessment. This report will populate 3 pages worth of assessment information. The first page will be your cover letter, which you always have the ability to edit. You can click in the body of the letter and type any additional information, or you can use a text snippet. To use the text snippet, you can double-click on the body text box on the right-hand side of your screen. From here, you can drag and drop or double-click the snippet you wish to use. Then click Save. On the second page, the audiogram, speech scores, and tympanogram information will automatically populate from Noaa. You also have the ability to add or edit speech and acoustic reflexes by clicking in the fields. On the third page, you can add any background information by clicking on the boxes or typing in the hearing aid information. For the comments section, you can click in the body and type any comments, or you can use a text snippet. Again, to use a text snippet, you can double-click on the comments text box on the right-hand side of the screen. You can drag and drop, double-click, or alternatively, you can type the auto text name and click Enter on your keyboard. This will pull the snippet you want to use. You can do the same for the summary comment section at the bottom of page 3. This time, you will want to double-click in the summary snippet text box. Click Save. Once your document is complete, you can then archive this assessment to the Patient's Documents tab, or you can email and fax this to the physician. We hope you found this Blueprint OMS tutorial helpful. If you have any questions, please give us a call.